What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome to another night of DOB racing action. Lobby just loading up now. We're getting ready for the Dirty Old Bastards Wicked Energy Gum Midget Series. We are live on twitch.tv/elbowsuptv, as well as the DOB Facebook and YouTube page. Ready to rock here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park in Lima, Ohio. First time we've seen the Midgets in a couple weeks, actually. Some special events and off for the holiday. So we'll be glad to get back to racing action with the Midgets here tonight. One of the toughest dirt leagues on the iRacing sim to run well and win in. Getting everything set up here. Two minutes left in hot laps here. Riding with Jeff Westergaard. Jeff is currently sitting 11th. 11th quick in hot laps with a time of 12.682. Currently top of the timesheets in the 98. It is James Tiernan. Do want to take a look at the current point standings here in the DOB Wicked Energy Gum Midget Series. Is Peyton Grease, who is the current points leader by only 2 points over Hayden Cardwell. Grease took that points lead last week, the last race, however. Cole Harvey, J.D. Brown, and Alex Smolders rounding out your top 5. James Tiernan, who missed week 1 of the Midgets, currently sitting in 6th. That's a really, really tight battle there. Only 20 points separating the top 9. So, after 2 races, the competition is extremely tight. And it's only going to get tighter tonight at the quarter-mile bull ring here. Great place for midgets to race. Lima gives some excellent action. Sprint cars can have some trouble, but it's nice and cozy for the midgets. Now, don't get me wrong, midgets can have some trouble too. But still, Tiernan going to end hot laps as quick time. Weston Newell, Brad Faria, Brent Hobson, and Billy Rowley, your top 5. See Newellhoff and Landis. Lots of the names that we see throughout the DOB, various DOB competitions. Let's take a look here as qualifying starts. 1 minute and 35 seconds left in qualifications. Everybody gets 2 laps. We're going to keep our eye on the man who was fastest in hot laps right here, James Tiernan. See what he can put together on lap number 1. 12.831. That's quick time right now before it's taken away by Cole Newellhoffen. Newellhoffen in the 008 with a 12.8 flat. Tiernan drops to 3rd as Trey Schmidt took over 2nd and then takes over quick time. Trey Schmidt in the 012. Currently quick time. I've lost all control to be able to pull anybody up here, apparently. There we go. John Lopresto still on the track here, looking to put a time in. Right now, Trey Schmidt, Colton Hardy, Cole Newellhoffen. 4th place belongs to Alex Smulders, and 5th place, James Tiernan. All your quickest qualifiers here tonight. 4 heat races. Top 3 will advance to tonight's A main. We invert 3 here. So your quick qualifier, Trey Schmidt, will start inside row 2 of this heat race here. Having some troubles, huh, Zardul? So heat race number 1 rolling now. 10 laps the distance, top 3 advance. On the pole in the 50, it is Bo Brunig. And to his outside in the 98, James Tiernan. Trey Schmidt and Sean Wallenfels make up row number 2, with Todd LeBoux and Weston Newell row 3. Tyson Landis and Braden Fensel row 4, and rounding out your field in the 71, it is John Lopresto. Like we said, 10 laps, 4 heats, top 3 advance to the A. Everybody else has to go to the soup. We're giving him green here off of turn number 4. Brunig has control, got a good start. See Tiernan hop to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to take over the race lead. Behind him, quick qualifier Trey Schmidt in the white and blue 12 actually makes contact with an infield tire there. He's able to recover, but not before Sean Wallenfels takes away that transfer spot. He's going to battle back there. And White hits that infield tire once again. The absolute bane of his existence right now, Trey Schmidt, utilizing that inside line. Not hurting him too bad so far. But Wallenfels on the cushion, able to hold that transfer spot right now. You saw James Tiernan out front. He's got a good gap on Brunig. Right now, it's Weston Newell that Trey Schmidt has to worry about. Weston's made his way up through the field here, up to the back bumper of the 12 car. Remember, only 3 advance. Wallenfels had a little issue there. Newell got around as well as Schmidt, so moved Schmidt up to the 3rd position. Seemed like Weston had to check up there to miss Wallenfels. So that allowed Trey Schmidt to build a little bit of a gap. He's going to go to the inside of Bo Brunig to try and give himself a little bit of added security there. He knows Newell's got a fast car. Brunig going to try the over-under here down the front stretch. Those two cars make contact into turn one, and Weston comes up and makes contact as well. We stay green. Now Weston Newell has passed both of those drivers. Schmidt still in the transfer position. Weston Newell currently shown in second. Schmidt with the slide job going to try to take that away. Leaves the Team Seti driver some room. James Tiernan taking the white flag. We're watching the battle for second right now. Trey Schmidt on the inside. Weston Newell going to try to dive under him here going into turn three. Brunig unable to make a run there on Schmidt, who dives to the bottom of the track and controls second place over Weston Newell. Tyson Landis made his way forward up to fifth. Todd LeBoux sixth. So heat number one belongs to the number 98 elbows up Sim Sport driver James Tiernan. And we're going to get ready for the second heat race of the evening. Love these little quarter-mile bull rings when it comes to the midgets. I don't mind midgets on a half mile, but this is where they're really made for. Heat race number 2 on track on the pole in the 22. It's the Tropical Storm Mason Hannigan, and to his outside in the 25, Kevin Click. One of the first times we've seen Click in the midget for a while. Colton Hardy in the 152 and Anthony Lepresto in the 57, row number 2. Brandon Steele and Braden Eiler, row number 3. Jeffrey Stewart, Brandon Igo, and William Duvall round out your field. Mason Hannigan has control. 10 laps the distance. Top 3 advance. We are green. Hannigan through the middle. Going to take control of the race lead over Click, but Colton Hardy with the slide job, making Hannigan work for it there. You could see. Oh, problems for Hardy. He got around that collected Kevin Click, who spins. Caution flag waves. Unfortunate break there for Click. Watch him enter turn 3 here. You see the slide job from Hardy. Hardy's going to be at the top of the track. Just not catch that cushion right. It turns him down into the 105 and across the nose of Kevin Click. That car's staying right side up. No real damage to it. So that's a good thing for Kevin. However, he will be at the rear of the field. You can see Colton Hardy is going to claim that caution. So he will move to the rear of the field behind Mr. Click. And those two fast cars are now tasked with trying to make their way through the field in a truncated amount of time. It's Hannigan, Steele, Eiler, and Lepresto. Steele and Eiler, the guys on the move there, were able to avoid any issues there from the contact. And we're going to go back green, working lap 6. Steele was making passes early. He's got his sights set on that 22 car, but he's also got a rear view mirror full of Braden Eiler and Lepresto, as we've got another caution on the track. Kevin Click having more problems here. See what happens. Here's Hardy. Whoop, yep. That's Brandon Igo on the top of the track. Click came off the corner. In car here. You can see him on the cushion. He's got Hardy to his inside. He tries to work the middle. Igo off the wall. You can see Igo making contact with the outside retaining wall coming across Kevin Click's nose. think that car is still in decent condition, so he will continue. And we'll have to see if we're going to get any more racing laps here. Lights go out on the pace truck. We're going to go back to green. Mason Hannigan in the lead. Braden Steele second. Braden Eiler, the man with the final transfer spot. Anthony Lepresto and Jeffrey Stewart, the guys trying to take that away from him. 1 lap left in this race. Mason Hannigan gives him the green. Lepresto, odd man out right now. He's going to be looking to make a move on Eiler. He's got a decent run down the backstretch. He slides to the middle of the track. Eiler gets the run off the corner, however, and will take the final transfer spot. Hannigan, Steele, and Eiler, Lepresto, and Stewart going to be relegated to tonight's B main. One good thing about Limaland being a tight quarter mile, even if we get some cautions, the laps go very quickly. No danger of having any troubles like we did last night. I think we went off the air about 12:27 Eastern Time. And we had lots of cautions at Williams Grove, which is one of those things that's very possible. It happens. But we did have a lot of fun. Just stayed up quite late. Not going to be up late tonight. Not as late for sure. These little bull rings keep the action compact. On the pole for heat race number 3 in the 101, it is Shea Paulo, and to his outside in the 5, it's Rusty Kruger. Cole Newhoffen and Kevin Hanley make up row number 2, with Jeff Westergaard and Billy Rowley, row number 3. Brian Johnson and Jeff Peterson, row number 4, and rounding out your field in the 19, it is Tim Berner. Heat 3. On the track for 10 laps, Paulo has control. Great start for Paulo. Fantastic jump there. He's on the high side of the track. Here comes Newhoffen with the slide job on Kruger. Who is that? Westergaard getting up there doing battle. He made contact with Kruger, however. Kruger catching another car there. The 121 of Johnson. And the caution flag waves on lap number 1. Let's back it up just a little bit. We're watching Rusty Kruger here. He gets a rough start there. That gives Newhoffen and Westergaard a look on the inside. You can see as he comes down the backstretch, Westergaard kind of tries to get a good angle getting into turn 3 there. I don't think he realized that Kruger was there and making contact here. Complicated thing. Normally drivers will claim cautions, but in this case I don't think Westergaard technically was the reason for the caution. He made contact with Kruger, and then Kruger had contact with another car, so that's something that the admins will probably look at after the race. They're going to keep the lineup as is. Shea Paulo in the race lead. Newhoffen and Westergaard, your top 3. Brian Johnson is the man looking to make his way into that final transfer spot. Here comes Newhoffen for the race lead. He's got it on Paulo with the slide job. Paulo's going to try to squeeze by on the outside. Not going to happen. So Newhoffen with control of this race. Wow, big slide there for Paulo. Allowed Westergaard around. But he was able to regain that position. You can see behind them, Billy Rowley's got some damage to the front of his car. He's trying to get his way around the 121 of Johnson. You can see missing the nose there off of that contact with Kruger. Don't think that car's handling exactly the way he would like it to right now. You see it come down the track, a little bit of contact there with the 19 car. Laps are winding down out front. Cole Newhoffen has control. 2 laps to go in this race. Big crash down the front. That's Rowley. He's upside down. Caution flag waves. Let's see if we can get an instant replay here pretty quick. You can see Rally, the high side of the track, contact in front of him. I think he was trying to lift to give himself some space, and he wound up finding the fence, which turned him over. He is continuing, but that's the end of this race. Cole Newhoffen going to take the top spot. Shea Paolo in second. Jeff Westergaard coming home with the final transfer spot here in heat race number 3. Plenty of action so far in these heat races. Sometimes the action you want to see, sometimes the action these drivers would rather avoid. Final heat race for the Midgets. Getting ready to roll. On the pole in the number 72, it is Brad Faria. And it is outside in the 181, it's Brent Hobson. Alex Smolders and Dustin Griffiths make up row number 2, with Chris Roberts and Mike Peterson in row 3. Michael Klinkelfuss and Aaron Schaefer, row number 4. And rounding out your field in the 388, it is Nathan Kropaszewski. 10 laps to determine the final 3 drivers that will advance to tonight's A main out of the heat races, and then we will move into the lesser mains. I think we'll probably start with the C main, I would imagine. But right now, we've got 10 laps to determine what in the world. A wild start here. Looked like Hobson tried to go early. It ended up costing him. Faria got a good start. You can see now Hobson making some contact there. We got one car turned around. Caution flag's going to wave. That's Alex Smolders who is turned around. So we can get an instant replay here. It's not Smolders who's turned around. It's Aaron Schaefer. You can see Hobson's going to have some contact in front of him. And Schaefer is going to run out of room to miss him. All over the binders there. But lots of trouble. Get back to live with these short laps. Liable to miss the restart here. I wanted to take another look at what happened to Hobson there on the start, but we saw Faria brought him down slow. Hobson tried to get an early jump, and it bottled up the entire field there. Smolders, Faria, Griffiths, your top 3. Chris Roberts is the man in 4th, looking to find his way into a transfer spot. We are back racing here. Lap number 5. Smolders has control. Faria in 2nd. You can see Hobson working the inside of Roberts. Now he's going to take a slide job on Griffiths, but Roberts makes contact with Griffiths. Another car around, that's Klinkelfuss. Smolders still out front as the laps wind down. We're looking at the final transfer position right here. That's Brent Hobson who has it. Dustin Griffiths, after making contact with Chris Roberts, has recovered. But there's a significant gap between himself and Hobson, keeping him from an automatic A-main berth. It's Schaefer now in 5th. As we're looking at Hobson trying to make his way around 2nd place Faria. Smolders out front's looking at the white flag. These are the 3 guys that will advance in 4 corners, as long as nothing goes wrong. Griffiths can't do anything but watch as these 2 do battle in front of him. They're going to come off of turn number 4. Who's going to get 2nd? Give it to Brad Faria. And Brent Hobson going to come home in 3rd. Heat race number 4 goes to Alex Smolders. And we are going to get ready to do battle here in tonight's C main. 12 laps the distance, top 2 will advance to the B. So only taking 2 here, and there's a lot of fast cars. Goodness gracious. This could be an A main in any midget official race on the sim. But tonight it's our C main. Chris Roberts in the 93, the 201 of Braden Fenzel. Waiting on him to load in. Jeff Peterson in the 014 also looks like not going to be able to make the call. So that's going to shake the lineup up a little bit. Roberts on the pole to his outside moving forward. In the 5, it's Rusty Kruger. Brandon Igo and John Lepresto make up row number 2. With Klinkelfuss and Kropaszewski, row 3. William Duvall, Sean Wallenfels, Kevin Click, Billy Rowley, and Mike Peterson are going to round out your field. 12 laps to do battle. Top 2 are the only drivers that get to move on. If you can make your way into the B, we're going to take 8 out of the B, but right now we're going to whittle it down to 2. So get ready to see some aggressive maneuvers here as these guys try to position themselves to make tonight's A main. Chris Roberts has control. He's going to give him green off of turn number 4. Good start for Roberts on Kruger there. He's going to slide to the middle of the track. Kruger! Another issue for Kruger. You see him. He got a little crossed up there at the top of the track. Slid backwards. Had a little bit of contact with some other drivers. Just not Rusty Kruger's night so far. Behind him, Klinkelfuss and Rowley doing battle. Rowley putting the slider on Lepresto right now. He's moving forward quickly, but a crash. That's Igo. Into the fence. Goes Brandon Igo. Let's back it up here. You see him coming off of turn 4. He hits the wall. Wallenfels and Rowley both lucky to not have any significant damage there. Seemed like they ghosted through as much as they made contact. That is very convenient for them because it is Wallenfels who is currently in the 2nd position, and Rowley is up to 4th. He started in the 12th position in this race. Rowley has passed 8 cars. And we are going back green here. Next time by. Saw Wallenfels up 8 cars as well. Kruger had trouble on the start, but he's still in contention here. Needs one more spot. Wallenfels is the man with the target on his back. Chris Roberts is going to give him green. Not a great start for Wallenfels. He's going to be under fire from Kruger really quickly. See all 3 of those drivers on the high side of the track. Lepresto the only one trying the bottom. But Kruger's going to take a look at it. We're going to see if that opens the door for Rowley here. Kruger with the big slider. He makes contact with Wallenfels and then Rowley. All of those drivers able to control themselves, but I do believe we've got a few cars that weren't. Let's see if we can back it up. Kruger with an aggressive move in turn 1, trying to take 2nd off of Wallenfels. See him make contact, come down the track into Rowley. It was Lepresto that technically brought out the caution as he spun. Was able to recover. So unfortunate for Lepresto. And this race is actually going to end on a time limit. So the top two belong to Chris Roberts and Sean Wallenfels Jr. They will advance. Tough break for Billy Rowley and Rusty Kruger. Not going to get a chance to restart that and take a shot at putting themselves into the B main. As we said, 8 guys will transfer from the B main, so we're only going to send 5 of them packing here. So making the B was very important, but as we said, that was a very quick C main, which makes it hard to put yourself in it. Wingless Wednesday in full swing here. "14 laps tonight for the B main. On the pole in the 50, it is Bo Brunig. And to his outside in the 57, it's Anthony Lepresto. Brian Johnson and Dustin Griffiths make up row number 2, with Tyson Landis and Jeffrey Stewart row number 3. Kevin Hanley, Aaron Schaefer row 4, with Todd LeBou and Colton Hardy row 5. Rounding out your field is the 19 of Tim Burner, the 93 of Chris Roberts, and the 42 of Sean Wallenfels Jr. Saw how quickly these races go, especially if we get some cautions.